depth. So I'm going to show you my 3 things of depth. Okay, and this is a lesson I like to whip out every once in a while. What I want to do is use Alt and Shift to make a sphere here and make it on a new layer. And we're going to fill it with the same color. This one is going to be here. I'm going to take and duplicate it. Move that here. Make it a little bit bigger. Take this one again and duplicate it. I'm going to set it off the background and make it a little bit smaller. And again, I'm going to duplicate that one and make it still smaller. Okay. So let's organize these. So this needs to be on top. This one needs to be the next one down. And I have auto select on to make this a little bit easier. This one needs to be the third one down. And I have them like this. So now I can kind of mess these up a little bit because they're all on different layers. And we're going to pretend, for instance, this is the one I'm paying attention to. Okay? So that means the first lesson of depth is depth of field. Okay? And here, what I'm going to do is take these others and go Filter, Blur, Gaussian Blur. Okay? And I'm going to blur this maybe to a 7 or something like that. Something really, really light. Like that. So that's a 9. I'm going to copy that. The next one, I'm going to blur, but not so much. This one I'm going to start focusing in on a little bit. And this one in the foreground, what happens to it? Well, depending on how close it is, it's going to also blur. But it's not going to blur that much. Okay, leaving this one to be in perfect focus. Now, this is depth of field. And what's really nice is, since there's kind of 3 ways to achieve depth in any illustration, it kind of illustrates that if it's blurry, it's going to be way back in space, and if it's blurry up front in the foreground, it's going to be a little bit blurry. But things in mid-ground that you're paying attention to, they maintain sharpness. Okay, please move on to the next video where I can show you the second law of depth.